What's up, guys? How's it all going? This is Apollos, and this is going to be very, very short. It's going to be maybe about 30 minutes or so, but I just wanted to talk about a little bit about what we are going to be uh, potentially doing on the stream and how I am actually looking for other games other than Albion. Um, Now, the last time I streamed on here, I was absolutely crushed. I think. I think that's the last time I logged off, considering I have no gear on. But it actually looks like I'm doing pretty well. You know what? Oh, wow. I need to go to another trip, dude, back to Morgana's Rest. Because it looks like we're starting to make a killing there. Wow. Well, before we do anything, we're gonna go and we're gonna go to the island, and we're gonna get a little play money here. But I forgot I need to go to Fort Sterling first, get my ox, because we're about to go get my carrots. So we are looking for another MMORPG to potentially stream other than Albion, because we want to be considered kind of a MMORPG channel. So we are going into that niche. It's because mainly it's my favorite, and I want to do things that I'm passionate about, stream that I'm passionate about. Get to my island real quick. We're trying to make this kind of a as much as we can, a family friendly stream, which means the cussing and the swearing is going to be limited to where people can feel comfortable about, getting younger aged people to watch it if they wish. However, I don't know how much I can control that when I am on Discord with other people, unless of course I'm muted. So it's going to be probably rated about PG-13, I'm going to say, especially, when moments happen when we're playing games like Albion Online, you're just not going to get a fully clean stream. So, because things happen in it that gets people wound up really fast, including myself. So I'm not always going to have the nicest language from time to time either, depending on what happens. But I will be try my best to control that on my end. But I cannot make any promises about anyone else that I stream with. So, however, we're going to try to put ourselves in situations where, especially in Albion Online, that's going to, I guess, create circumstances of unknown. We do want to dive really into the PvE aspect of Albion Online. However, we will be putting ourselves into PvP situations quite a bit, but we want to do it in a way where things happen when you least expect it. For example, in a tier 8 zone, doing solo dungeons, just like yesterday, was doing tier 8 solo dungeons, and just out of nowhere, near the hideout, 5 guys just came out of nowhere and just absolutely, they caught me. I was running, they caught me, they were on faster mounts and they were ready for me, and just out of nowhere I died and lost all my stuff, and I got really upset and mad. So things just happened out of nowhere. We'll be doing this Saturday, we'll be doing tier 8 group maps, or group dungeons, static dungeons. We have a static dungeon right next to our tier 8 hideout, and anyone can essentially come in and kill us at any time. So that's going to be very interesting to watch. Just little things like that. Now, we are, like I said, looking for other games as well. I do have a certain criteria of whatever game that I'm going to be streaming that I'm going to be looking out for. Number one is being fun for me. If it's not fun for me, I'm just not going to play. Even if it's one of the best games to stream and attract new followers, if it doesn't fascinate me and I just don't like it, I'm going to give it a shot if I like the concept of a game, and I probably will try it out. But there's no guarantee I'm going to continue to stream that game, because the moment I stop having fun with it, even if I'm fascinated with the concept of it, if I talk really good about it and really highly about it, but then I get in and I just don't have any fun with it, or I have fun with it for a while and then stop, I'm just not going to stream. That includes Albion. Like, I may totally switch up the games. One thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to stick to things which I'm having fun with. Otherwise, you guys are not going to be having fun. If you're watching a guy who's bored out of his mind on stream, that's just not it's not good, right? So, but I'll tell you what, the criteria. See, we were trying out the Elder Scrolls. The Elder Scrolls seemed like a pretty good idea. It has some in-game things which caught my attention, such as siege, PvP, and battling over control of castles and things like that. That's all well and good. But just wasn't. I'm just not into the combat system of MMORPGs, especially fantasy MMORPGs, where the FPS, point to kill, just feels clumpy to me. I'm just not into it. A lot of people are into it. A lot of people enjoy it and like it. It's definitely unique and interesting, but when I actually start fighting in FPS mode on an MMORPG instead of clicking on my target and clicking buttons and having stats which automatically determine if your skills miss or resist or how much damage they do, I'm just not into it. I like the systems. I prefer these systems, like Albion Online or World of Warcraft, where you just click on your target and you just start clicking buttons and fighting them and don't have to aim and things like that. I'm just not into it. I guess I could get better at it if I practiced, but like I said, even if I was to practice and get really good at it, I just prefer the click your target and like World of Warcraft or Albion. I like the RPG elements of your gear determining the battle, because it gives me a reason to quest, go out and find that gear, which will help me win battles. I like that. It gives me a reason to grind. I love the grind. I like the grind in MMORPGs. It satisfies me. It's very rewarding. It's laid back. I don't mind it. So that's one of the criteria that first and foremost that I think that I have more fun with are those type of combat systems. And that's one of the reasons why I just wasn't into the Elder Scrolls. Another reason why I'm not into the Elder Scrolls is from what I have played so far in it. I like also MMORPGs that give me a sense of I guess, open world danger of other players. Now, here's the thing. I am by nature a PvEer. I like PvE. But I like that mixture of PvP with it. So I'm not, my primary goal is not to PvP. I'm not a main big PvPer. I don't, I prefer just going around, collecting tons of mobs and just blowing everything up, you know. Um, but at the same time, it does not feel rewarding when I'm just doing that without a sense of danger. It gets extraordinarily repetitive for me, and if there is no sense of danger that comes along with it, with the possibility of someone coming up from behind me, killing me, and hindering my progress of PvE, that's what makes it fun for me, that sense of danger. So if it doesn't have that, then I'm just not really that interested, and it doesn't keep me interested. The wonder of the unknown and other players hunting me down, I like that. And Elder Scrolls just didn't have that for me, so that's kind of a strike two. And so I just I'm just not into it. So I just stopped playing it. I uninstalled it. So Elder Scrolls Online was a no-go for me because it already two of the things that I was looking for was not there for me. So okay, so we're gonna suicide out of here as we did our little carrot farms on our islands. Oh my gosh, I forgot how to spell. So some things that we're looking at for a new game are the open world. We don't want things like, we want other players in the open world in a kind of a competitive environment, a social competitive environment, where you can go up against other players and ally with other players with your common goal. And a sense of danger, a PvP while you're questing, like I said. Good RPG system that I prefer, so that I have fun with, and a sense of vast exploration, and vastness. I want to, and I found Elder Scrolls Online did this for me. It had that exploration and the wonder in the unknown. It had that kind of a sandbox feel, but it just felt too much of a PvE game. There was no sense of real competing with other players. There was no sense of danger while you're questing, but it did have the exploration element to it, where I felt that I was exploring this vast and beautiful world. It did have that. It just felt too much of a single player game. I just didn't get the vibe of, the competitiveness of it, like you do in, let's say, World of Warcraft or Albion Online. Albion Online doesn't. It gives me the sense of exploration, but in the vastness, but I just don't get that immersion like I do with something like the Elder Scrolls hit, because of the graphics. Unfortunately, the graphics kind of hinder that a little bit, even though they're starting to try to get that a little better. It's downward. It's like, Path of Exile, Diablo, things like that. It's not where your character can look out toward and just see the beautiful mountains or in the rivers and the trees. You're just looking at it downward. So the sense of beauty and vastness of the open world is not as much there because of the style of the game. But Albion does definitely give you the sense of exploration and the unknown. That they hit that right on the nose perfectly. It definitely gives you a sense of unity with other players toward common goals. That's what we're going to be doing. Like right here, I'm in a hideout. I'm in my guild hideout, my alliance hideout. So I'm going to have other people here. This guy is constantly online. That is crazy. I've seen this guy for years. He's actually blacklisted. He can't even go into royal territory, I don't think. Yeah, he's dreaded. He has definitely done a lot of crimes. So he can't even go out into new player territory. He has been banished to the Outlands. He cannot, like, I just went to Fort Sterling for my island. I don't even think he can do that because he's banished. All the guards, I think, attack him. I'm not sure about that. I've never been dreaded before. I've always been glorious. I've been the complete reverse. I've been always as maxed out because I hunt down people like him out in the royal continents. It's pretty funny. And I'm also looking forward to that sense of constant progress with small rewards throughout that progress of trying to get to the end game. And when I get to the end game, I want to feel that sense of, you got to grind, you got to compete with other players, and you're going to get big rewards for it. Big rewards, big in-game rewards that make you feel like a demigod, So that's also what we're looking for. A couple of games that give you that is, I gotta say, Star Wars: The Old Republic. Hit that, and World of Warcraft does very well with that. I haven't played World of Warcraft in many years, but I used to play it back in vanilla and the Burning Crusade, the originals before the classic. And I wasn't in World of Warcraft when they brought out all the boosters and the swords, or not the swords, the stores and things like that. Now there's just a lot of people that just hate it because it's kind of, pay to win. This is what I don't understand about that is the whole point of having a monthly subscription to an MMORPG is to ensure that it does not become a pay to win these days. That is the reason why developers like Mortal Online 2, for example, have a forced subscription, because you cannot buy any items in the game. They did not want to make it pay to win, but they also need funds, obviously, to continue the development of the game, and to add more content, patches, and things like that. Keep a developer team on board. So if you don't have a in-game store of any kind where you can purchase items, even if it's cosmetics, to where that's another thing, man. I really just don't like buying cosmetics either, even though Albion does it, because I think a big thing in MMORPGs is the look of your character and earning your prestige. I think cosmetics should be a prestigious things in an MMO. I think that's a big thing about MMORPGs is the prestige of the appearance of your look of your character, and people used to grind for that, man. Weapons in World of Warcraft, when I played World of Warcraft, you had to go into big raids of up to 40 players, and to get and you would have to compete with these other players to get your gear, which were extremely powerful, gave you the edge in PvP and PvE, and they also looked really, really good. And so you had prestige of power and the appearance and the cosmetics. You looked just as how your look represented your power. And when you can overlay the weapon and the gear with a transmog, a cosmetic, that wasn't really representing that gear. Like in Albion, I can be completely naked. Look, I'm naked. I have nothing on, and yet I have a transmog that I bought a long time ago because I'm a wizard, so and like a paladin user. So I just have to get those because I can. But if I was to had to grind it out to get this, I definitely would. I would, instead of purchasing it, I would have grinded to get this. I would have absolutely went out of my way to either buy it from another player with in-game silver, or I would have grinded for it. And I really wish the game would be a lot more fun, in my opinion. But you see, the Albion has to do stuff like that because Albion, it's free to play. It has no subscription. As a matter of fact, you can buy your subscription with in-game money. So in order for them to raise any kind of funds to continue to develop the game, they sell transmogs for real currency. That's fine. That's how they make their money. But at the same time, I really wish games would go back to the core of earning your appearance of your character. I think that's very important and very prestigious. That's my opinion, but that's one thing we're looking for in the game. I did not feel bad about buying my transmog in Albion. Number one, I want to support the developers of Albion, of making a game which I have a lot of passion for. But another reason is I didn't feel guilty about it because I'm in game. Like, I didn't buy it on my first week of playing Albion, so I feel like I've earned to look like this. This represents my character perfectly, and it represents the power of my character. As much as I've grinded, I feel like I've done enough grinding. Like, if this was a grind to get, I would have already had it right now anyway. So did not feel one bit of guilt buying the transmog. It did not contradict. It did not contradict my spirit within. Okay, so we are going to be trying out a little bit of my childhood. We are going to be going back and trying out World of Warcraft, the Burning Crusade Classic, here on YouTube Gaming, or YouTube Live, whatever you want to call it. We're going to be giving the platform a try. I think it's, despite a lot of people other gamers not liking it, other streamers not liking it, I think it has a very possibility of a good future. So we're going to put our money down on that. Oh, you know what? What am I doing? You know what I was about to do? We're going to try to go to take a little trip down to Morgana's Rest. A very dangerous, small yet dangerous journey. See here. It's a bad idea. But you already got guys down here that are already hunting. That's unfortunate they got her. They got my buddy. Wasn't a big deal that they got me. I just had a horse. Oh yeah, he got away. Ah, they got him. Dang, man. That's why you always scout before you take a trip. What do we do about that, boys? Not really sure what to do here. Let's go out and see if they have moved on. It's a possibility. Oh man. Oh good. I thought I was gonna aggro that archer. Looks like they're up there north now. Okay, they're moving back down, it looks like, to the hideout. I'll put it in the alliance chat. Oh man. Oh, he don't do much damage. Told that guy I'm coming back out. I want a rematch.